The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has explained reasons why his party, the Amani National Congress, and President William Ruto's United Democratic Alliance merged to form the UDA party. Mudavadi says the country needs stability, especially at a time that tough decisions are being made to enhance development and the economy. He spoke in an exclusive one-on-one interview with the senior reporter Ibrahim Karanja today. The full interview with Musalia Mudavadi will run on the 9 p.m. bulletin tomorrow.
Even though he resigned from his position of party leader of the Amani National Congress after his nomination as Prime Cabinet Secretary in President William Ruto's government, Musalia Mudavadi is still seen as the political face of the party, pulling strings and runnings of the party from the periphery. In an exclusive one-on-one interview with NTV Saturday, Mudavadi gave reasons for ANC's merger with UDA to form the UDA party.
I'm very, very calculative because you asked me, this is politics, it's not a very, very calculative. And I give a lot of thought to the decisions that I make because I always have a long-term perspective in terms of the decisions that I'm making. And from where I sit, the decisions that we talked about earlier, the tough decisions, not the populist decisions, the tough decisions on health, on education, on reform of the savings sector and so forth. All these difficult reforms, which are still in their nascent stage, require stability and cohesion so that they can take proper route for Kenyans to move to the next level. And when you have, as a country, extremely complex decisions like those, the unity of purpose becomes essential. And it is on that basis that we had our internal discussions in ANC and had conversations with UDA and agreed to the merger, which has happened. So for now, my party leader is William Ruto.
He believes that the decision also forms the pathway to Kenya Kwanza's re-election. But that was not all that the Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary touched on. The growing concerns about the government's handling of critics and the increased threats posed to recently abducted foreign nationals within Kenyan soil was on the table. The most recent abduction being that of Tanzanian journalist Maria Sarungi, which followed that of Ugandan opposition leader Dr. Kizza Besigye.
Kenya will observe the rule of law, and we will ensure that we protect human rights issues for all people. And my request, my counter request to the people is that it is also important that as we offer opportunity for them to be in Kenya, we have to manage national interests in terms of our relations with other countries.
Friday's meeting at State House, Nairobi, between President William Ruto and a delegation that included ex-convict and former U.S. Congressman Mark Daly Silhanda, as well as Albino Mathom Ayuel, a man under investigation by the EACC and who was recently sacked as a special envoy to South Sudanese President Salva Kiir Mayardit, also formed part of Mudavadi's address.
If somebody has been elected as a congressman, his people have got, if he's faced his bit, if he's gone through a trial and he's been covered, and a president is meeting him, you cannot now censor a president for that. All right? So I think let us also be respectful here, that the president of any country has a right to talk. Is there anything that he has done that is inimical to Kenya by just talking to them? Assuming that they were talking about South Sudan, there's absolutely nothing wrong in having other friendly players also pooling their effort towards having a peaceful resolution in some of the issues that we are facing.
Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.